This week in Jamaica Now, plastic rice scare. Jamaica steps up surveillance at the ports. The Commerce Minister says nothing is being taken for granted.
We cannot put our Jamaican people at risk.
Gender-based violence concerns renewed as 2 women are killed allegedly by their ex-lovers in a matter of days. Manchester woman commits suicide 4 days before her wedding. Party supporters clash in capital city Kingston as new mayor is sworn in. And Dr. Peter Phillips set to become the next PNP president. I'm Damian Mitchell and this is Jamaica Now. Jamaica has intensified its surveillance of rice imports following complaints by a Manchester woman that she bought plastic rice. The woman has since made available to the Bureau of Standards Jamaica samples of the cooked and uncooked rice for testing. In the meantime, the Commerce Minister, Carl Semuda, says only rice from Guyana and Suriname are being allowed into Jamaica.
They are part of us. They are members of CARICOM, and we have never had incidents of any kind of difficulty, contamination or otherwise. So there is no justifiable reason for us to hold those shipments of rice for the Jamaican people.
And Mr. Semuda says the government is considering introducing packaging and labeling standards for rice, but he says the standards will be extended to rice after they are applied to sugar this month end.
In 3 instances at least, we have been advised of faked labeling, and we are in the process now of confirming the allegation that these labels are fake labels, not genuine. And any doubt at all that we are in, we cannot put our Jamaican people at risk.
The Women's Resource and Outreach Center is demanding a comprehensive response to gender-based violence. The demand coincides with increased public debate about violent attacks on women after 2 were killed allegedly by their ex-boyfriends in 1 week. In the first instance, 31-year-old Carrie-Ann Wilson was killed allegedly by her ex-boyfriend Philip Brown at the Crystal Towers apartment last Saturday. And on Wednesday, 20-year-old Alicia Gary was stabbed to death in Ocho St. Anne after being threatened by her boyfriend. In Manchester, there was grief and shock this week after a 36-year-old woman reportedly committed suicide. Ingrid Gray, the mother of 2 girls, died after drinking a poisonous substance at her home in Newport, Manchester, 4 days before her wedding. Gray had earlier dropped off her children at school, returned home, and reportedly sent a text message to her 15-year-old daughter telling her to take care of herself and her 8-year-old sister. The woman then called her fiancé to tell him that she was not feeling well. A friend close to her relatives said the fiancé immediately called neighbors to go to the house to assist Gray. That's when she was found on the floor inside the house beside a bottle containing Gramoxone. She's said to have been undergoing stress over financial issues. Former Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips seems set to become the next president of the People's National Party after his potential contender Peter Bunting withdrew his intention to contest. Dr. Phillips says when he takes over from Portia Simpson-Miller, an immediate priority will be to unite the PNP.
The issue that we face is how to remain true to our original principles and at the same time embracing new people. I've always been prepared at all levels to have that outreach and linkage.
The new Mayor of Kingston, Delroy Williams, says the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation will be focusing on entertainment, sports and economic development. Williams was sworn in on Thursday afternoon, as well as the other 20 Jamaica Labour Party councillors and the 19 from the PNP. But before that, the police had to call in reinforcement outside the offices of the corporation as JLP and PNP supporters clashed. As the police tried to restore calm, party supporters started to hurl shoes, stones and bottles at each other. Residents of Dumbarton St. Anne might have to wait until next year before the main road through their community is repaired after a huge section collapsed during last weekend's heavy rains. The heavy rains also left the Runaway Bay main road flooded for several hours. There were also reports of flooding and structural damage in Portland and St. Mary. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. You may tune in to Power 106 FM for regular updates. Follow us on Twitter at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, Jamaicans react. Who do they think should be the next president of the PNP?
I think they should give KD Knight a chance.
I'm a showerman still.
And Andrew for just run the whole thing still, because you don't know the thing set. But Peter Phillips still, a long time post have a step down still.
I have no idea.
Philip Paul went.
Sister P, I love you. But if I step down, the right man to run the party, Peter Phillips.
If they want to have a fresh new start, I probably think Mark Golding may be the better choice.
I will try to do that rather than
Yeah, man. Price.
Not like Peter Bunting, so he must get it. She did a train Lisa, but Lisa get to come in too high. She can't train somebody else, and give them.